Welcome to the Armada Agricultural Society's 150th Celebration Parade. The Armada Fair has been entertaining visitors from all over the state and further for 150 years. That's just incredible.
So hi, I'm Joe Adair, and as always, my announcing buddy is Jim Handy, who has also been affiliated with the Armada Fair with a wide range of tasks, including audio, announcing, activities in the Grove, all the kiddie activities, pizza and corn eating contests, and that's just to list a few. So how many years has it been for you? I know it's not quite 150.
I started working at the fair in 1973 when I started dating my future wife, and I got on the board in '84, and I put 39 years in the board.
Wow, 39 years, that's pretty impressive.
Well, thank you. It was a great joy, and it was a great honor, and it's one of the things after my family and kids, you know, that I'm most proud of in my life is being part of the Armada Fair.
And we certainly appreciate everything you do very, very much.
Thank you very much. It just got to be time, health, and things like that I had to step back, and we did all 17 parades together, yes, Christmas parades.
Yes, we have.
And I miss that, but I do not miss the cold. This is really nice doing one out here.
Where our teeth isn't chattering.
Yes, yes. We can feel the microphone in our hands. That's really special.
No need for the little flashlights.
So we can read the words? No. It's been really great.
Speaking of great, we have a really great lineup today. In fact, one of the largest parades that we've had since the ACTA parades. It's been a while since we did the ACTA parades, too.
I don't remember them. I unfortunately live in Emily City, and I don't keep track of the town very much. I was strictly a fair person here in town.
I did the ACTA parades, too, so that was a lot of fun. We've got quite a diverse lineup this year on this parade. We've got combines, we've got a lot of classic cars, we've got homemade entries. The cars are awesome.
I see the girls softball league in here, and the village police, and attack wrestling club, and I think there's going to be a couple of bump and run or demolition derby cars. I thought I saw.
Yep, there's derby cars in there.
4-H'ers, backbone of the fair.
Yep.
This is really an impressive list. I think, what'd you say, 80?
We have 86 entries today.
86. That's more than we've had for Christmas parades.
That is. There again, because it's not quite so cold. And always, our leading car in our parade today is the Armada Village Police, driven by Chief Richard Meyerly. We like to keep the emergency cars and vehicles up front of the parade should they need to exit quickly to take care of somebody in need.
The next vehicle is a special entry in today's parade is the Grand Marshals. The Armada Agriculture Society has chosen Dr. Mike Powers and Bill Chapman as the Marshals for the 150th year celebration. The gentlemen represent the then and now former and current Armada Agricultural Society presidents. Mike, how you doing, Mike? And Billy.
Following right behind them, the unmistakable group is obviously the Armada High School Marching Band under the direction of Josh Bobek.
Miss Armada and her court, the 2022 Miss Armada, Michaela Nowick, Maddie Yarima, pardon me, Kayla Nordrod. The girls attend parades and events throughout the area, promoting the Armada Fair and the Armada community.
Congratulations, girls. Next up is many of our former Miss Armada queens and their course. These ladies work hard to promote the Armada Fair as well as each of the incoming queens in course with lots of wisdom and morale support.
I've heard guys winning a hand with 4 queens, but I don't know what you can win with that load. Hello, queens! This next impressive unit is the Armada Fire Department's grass truck, driven by Fire Chief Krish Krachi. This float is being pulled by the grass truck is the Armada Township board members. Excuse me, I didn't look up.
Do not throw candy from the floats, please.
Supervisor for Armada Township is John Paderak. We've got clerk Mary Swayacki, thank you. Sarah Murray is the treasurer, and trustees Jim Gretzinger and trustee Jason Grimby. Thank you very much for the help.
And number 7 in our parade is from Good Times 4-H. This 20-member strong walking group, maybe including a tractor or a wagon, extends a big happy 150th to the Armada Fair.
Our next energetic entry is the Armada Varsity Cheer Team, sending out a big welcome to come and see them under the Friday night lights as they cheer the Armada Varsity football team on.
Coming up, our next entry is the team from the new Country 93.1 radio station. Tune in to Goose and Renee weekday mornings from 5:30 to 10 o'clock.
Next, here in the big red tractor, Nathan Chapman driving a 1206 International Antique Farm Tractor.
And next up, we have Nathan's brother, Justin Chapman, showing off his 1985 Chevrolet K20 truck. You're good. Oh, we lost one. Well, that one's out of order. All right. Okay, our next, we have a familiar name in our community parades. This is Ron and Shirley Slobodnik, showing off their handsomely restored 1929 Ford Model A Stroh Brewery pickup.
Entry number 14 in our parade, the Farmington Warnerettes Parasol Drill Team. Founder Sharon Barnett, creator of the group, presents them here today dressed as suffragettes to celebrate Michigan Governor Fred Warner's support of women's right to vote. For more information, you can find them on the Facebook. The Farmington Warnerettes Parasol Drill Team.
And rolling up now is Van Dyke Gas Company owner Jeff Neiman. He presents his 1941 Chevrolet half-ton pickup with 216 cubic inch, 4-speed engine. Jeff is the third owner of this remarkable vehicle with all original parts with exception to the paint.
Sweet truck.
16.
Our next entry is from the Witt family. This is a memorial to Gary Witt and Kara Witt Streeter and their years of service with Armada Fair. Both great board members and put in a lot of time up there helping us put on the fair.
Steve knows what he's doing. And now a very fitting entry for the Armada Fair 150th celebration is this entry from former Armada Fair board members. The Armada Agricultural Society wouldn't be what it is today without all of the former board members that they've had. We thank them all for many years of hard work and dedication. This unit is driven by Chris Tibbetts on the 1958 Farm Off from Fairbanks Farm.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Next, Sarah Young presents an entry representing Armada Girls Softball. The AGS group is well-known community recreation league. The girls can begin playing as early as 4 and can participate until age 15. The main goal is to teach the girls the fundamentals of the game, have great sportsmanship, and make life-lasting memories. Great job.
And coming right up behind is this classic car from Country Cruisers Car Club. The beautiful 1955 Chevy Impala Super Sport is owned and lovingly cared for by Tom Wollock, who has owned the vehicle, incidentally, for the approximately 30 years. Cars is almost as old as Tom.
This next unique entry is from Randy Farrow. It is a modified two-seater 1971.
Nope, that's not it.
Nope, that's not a 1971 tractor.
Number 20 is not in line. 21. So we have 21. Next, we have Chris Austin of Lenox Township. He's entered a classic 1904 Oldsmobile that was fabricated and hand-built by Don Donaldson of Lexington, Michigan. It is now owned and driven by Don's nephew and niece, Chris and Tammy Austin. The car will be on display at the Armada Fair all week, so be sure to go out and check into it. Now we got 22.
Up next is the Richmond Antique Engine and Thrashing Machine Association, presented by Leo Hardia Ottenbacher, another long-time parade entrant in our local parades. Suggest you come to the Armada Fair and check out their display all week, with demonstrations Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow, check out the size of the last one.
I don't think that's too antique. Pull your toes back.
Remember, we told you there's going to be some big entries in, so stay back as far as you can. Watch your little kids. I think this is probably about as big as the tractor comes. And our next entry of lovely young ladies is Romeo Peach Queen and Court. They're sponsored by the Romeo Lions. The 2022 Michigan Peach Queen of Romeo is 19-year-old Madison Janabeth, a graduate of Romeo High School and currently attending University of Detroit in Mercy College. The 2022 runner-up is 19-year-old Chloe Winchester, a Romeo High School graduate, currently attending Rochester University. The Romeo Peach Queen and Court and Romeo Lions invite you to join them at the Romeo Peach Festival Labor Day weekend.
This next fun entry is brought to us from the Armada High School equestrian team, showing off the training and skills of both horses and riders. They'll be competing on September 10th and 11th at the Armada Fairgrounds, so be sure to get over to the horse arena and watch the show. We know what your job is. I see the shovel.
Most important guy in the parade. The next entry is for Macomb County 4-H Unleashed, I think. No, we lost them too. Okay, this is a fun one. I don't know about you, but I love classic cars. We have a lot of them here today, so it's hard to pick a favorite.
This one is a 1966 Chevelle Ss427, owned and entered by Steve Westfall of Armada.
Our next one is also entered by Steve Westfall. This beauty is Steve's other 1966 Chevelle SS. Steve is the driver of this one.
Well, we know he likes Chevys anyway. Good man. This big long ride here is entered by Wolcott Mill Metro Park. The fair is lucky enough to have some of the best homemakers and youth achievers in Michigan. Not an easy task. The entrants have to win the highest number of diversive awards to receive the title. They thank everyone who came out to join us today in celebration of the Armada Fair's sesquicentennial.
Very good.
That's the 150th anniversary. Thank you for being around. These ladies work hard. They put in, gentlemen, pardon me, they put in a ton, each one of them, of entrants, and they do well.
And now we have more horses. We have Ray's Riding Rascals 4-H Club that has been part of the Macomb County 4-H for over 40 years. They focus on horse projects and community service, welcoming new members each fall through opening enrollment. These horses are so disciplined.
This classic car entry is from Eastside A's of Macomb Township. The 1931 Model A original four-cylinder flathead is owned by Dennis Schramm, who is, by the way, only the fourth owner of this magnificent automobile. Look at that. Makes me think of Bonnie and Clyde.
He's got a wheel off the ground.
Mr. Handy up here.
And rolling up is our next float. It's entered by Armada Theater Group. The group of both Armada Middle and High School students practice and perform 2 shows a year. The theater group hopes you take an opportunity to attend some of those, if not all of their performances. And next is a jam-packed entry of 6 custom restored Farmall tractors entered by Bill Grader of Grader Farms. Good for you girls. Most of them are driven by girls. Hey.
was almost going to say not a green one in the bunch, but I see they got one bringing up the rear.
That one piggybacked because all we had was 6 and they make 7.
I think he snuck in. He was following those red ones.
We have a 2-seater in the parade, but I don't think that's it. I saw pictures of it and it didn't look like that one. So maybe later.
This next group is the School Section 4-H. Their members and volunteers work together to provide positive educational opportunities along with activities that promote citizenship and social development to all members. They will also be at the fair all this week. Come in and check them out. A lot of hard-working kids.
Nice supporting group for the 4-H.
Backbone of the fair. There's an old former 4-H, not old, pardon me, former member of the Armada Fair Board.
Remember, don't throw candy from the units. Thank you. And our next entry is owned and entered by Paul Russ of Allenton. Says this is a 1971 Chevy Chevelle Restro mod. I don't think so. That's a Hummer.
91 Humvee.
That's a patriotic Hummer.
This next representation in our parade is rolling up from the Armada Knights of Columbus Council 7561. The council is a Catholic men's organization formed in 1980 that works with the church to help where and whenever they can.
And next up, the next tractor entry is Chris Kreiderman and his son Blake. The 1952 Oliver Diesel Model 66 tractor driven by Chris was bought new by his grandfather and father and restored by Chris and his son Blake in 2016. Blake is driving the 1960 Oliver 770. Blake will be the 6th generation to have his name on the Kreiderman farm. Interesting fact, the Kreiderman farm is also celebrating its 150th anniversary. The farm was bought in August of 1872 by great-great-grandfather Bert Preston. Oh wow, I like this one. No.
This floats in memory of Randy. Oh boy, you're going to have to help me with that one, Joe. Thank you. In memory of Ron Geyer. Randy has been in Derby racing for 13 years. This is his 5th time in racing at the Armada Fair. Ron Geyer was Randy's racing partner. They entered several races together with pride for the countless hours spent working on their cars. He will be dearly missed.
40. Another entry in the Ron Geyer Memorial Tribute is Rosie Geyer of Geyer Farms and Greenhouses. They've been serving our community since 1958. And if you've ever been at the Armada Fair and noticed all the beautiful flowers all around the grounds, especially the lavishly planted manure spreader. They all came from Geyer farms and greenhouses. Okay, I think that other one was 41A. The next portion of the Ron Geyer Jr. Memorial Tribute is driven by Mike Geyer from Ron Geyer's Farms and Geyer Commodities. This semi is big and remarkable, just like the heart of Mike's brother Ron. He will be remembered always.
And now, here with us today is the Richmond Good Old Days float. The Good Old Days is celebrating its 58th anniversary this year. Join them in their celebration on September 9th through 11th. They guarantee a good time for all. Good to see you here.
Very pretty float.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Next we have an entry from DeBruin Farms. DeBruin Family Farms was established in 1961, specializing in vegetables, pumpkins, and cash crops. That's 4 generations of love of farming. Okay, looks like we got a little gap. Here we go, number 44.
Entry number 44. Oh my goodness, that's pretty, isn't it? Another classic car entry today is owned by Doug Russ. This is a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. Shows off its beautiful full restoration from top to bottom. Beautiful car. Gotta keep it running, Doug.
And rolling around the corner now is the Alero 4-H Club entry. This group of kids ages 8 to 19 formed in 1977 and have been part of the Armada Agricultural Fair entries every year since, showing off their livestock, poultry, rabbits, as well as arts and crafts.
That's why I'm like,
Ladies and gentlemen, entry number 46. This classic car entry is entered by Don Siddick from nearby Lenox Township. This beautifully restored 1931 Model A Ford is certainly a show-off on summer day ride through town. Nice job.
Number 47 is an entry from Ron Slobodnik and family, representing the Armada Historical Society. Ron and family have brought us a 1929 REO Speedwagon and a 1953 Ford Jubilee tractor. The Slobodnik family has been part of the Armada farming community for over 50 years.
How are you? I'm gonna get you a badge and a shirt. Okay. What kind of shirt do you wear?
Another classic car entry from Ron Slobodnik This is 1930 Durant Coupe, driven by Don Coleman from Holly, Michigan.
Our next float is entered by Armada Schools. The School Club Armeta Pi Gears are a competitive First Tech Challenge robotics team consisting of 6th grade through 8th grade students from Armeta Middle School. Oh, even got a little car.
This next tractor is a Ford 4000 for Ed Seafried, sponsored by Vince and Joe's Gourmet Market.
Very patriotic entry.
He's been out in the garden cultivating today, you can tell.
And the next entry is pretty obvious, a cheer group. The entry is the Armada Middle School Sideline Cheer Team. These middle school cheerleaders with Coach Jessica Rafalski, composed of 6th and 7th, 8th grade students, invite you to come out and support our athletic team and join in on this cheering.
And from right here in the village, Jim and Linda Lyons has placed their 1965 Ford Mustang Convertible classic car in our parade. Jim and Linda have owned this classic beauty since 2003, when they purchased it from his uncle, who did the original restoration.
One, two.
Well, no introduction needed here. The Armada School Bus has always been a favorite in our parades. There's just something about a decorated school bus that gets you excited, I guess.
Just as in every winter parade, the bus drivers went way out of their way with the colored lights, as they go way out of their way every day to bring our kids to and from home to school.
I'm glad it's back in the parade.
That's the oldest grade school kid I've ever seen.
He tries hard. This next classic car entered is Ray and Maria Schlentz. It's a 1984 ASC McLaren convertible. Certainly a beautiful addition, blah, 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 to any parade.
He must have been going pretty fast. He lost Maria.
Oh, yeah,
Where'd
no Maria.
Slow down on the curves next time. And here they come. Next, we have a float from Ray Community 4-H Club from Shelby Township. The club is comprised of 70 youth who participate in animal projects, arts and crafts, and culinary skills. That's a great combo there.
Well, they start young.
That's good. I always appreciate when everyone learns how to cook. Oh, here comes that combine. Great job, 4-H'ers. Stick to it. This is entered by the Kerschel Decker Farms, an entry of a 1980 John Deere 440 with maybe a wagon, maybe not. They weren't sure when they turned in their application, so today we'll tell. Oh, there's the wagon.
Up front here is a case John Deere. Oh,
That's a
the
case.
combine. That's
Yes.
the case.
Whoops. He's got the wrong number on his tractor. He's number 59.
Next tractor is from Kerschel and Decker Farms as well. They've entered a 1978 John Deere 2640. Oh, here's where the combine came in.
Yeah.
Somebody got out of order.
Yep.
Okay, now we're at number 60.
This next tractor entry is a 1966 John Deere 420 from B&B Farms and driven by Byron Boleen. Byron's always giving us a hand up in the fairgrounds there.
Our next entry is from J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. It's veteran owned and family operated. They've been in business for 5 years and capable of handling all your junk, trash, or unwanted stuff. They're located in nearby New Baltimore, so give them a call anytime you need to have someone or something hauled away. Someone?
Next up is another royal entry from Miss Memphis Queen in Court. Miss Memphis Lorraine Burdin unfortunately is not able to be in the parade today, but is proudly supported by our court members Lay Peters, I should say, pardon me, Riley Roy. Hi girls. Good to have you in our parade. It's a pretty car you're riding in. Do you get to take that home?
And next, Bobby Elliott of Allenton has entered a sprint race car atop a flatbed complete with driver. Gets good gas mileage. Yep, we lost a few more.
This next classic car entry is from Ed and Jenny Shoebridge from Memphis, is showing off their awesome 1967 AC Shelby Cobra. Now that's a classic car, folks.
And right behind them, we have a lot of crafted cars in this parade today. This one is from Ken and Jill Neiman. It's a double hitter. There are 2 entries on this application. We have a red 1940 Ford named Lola and the blue 1940 Ford pickup. And the next entry is from Max Patton, who was a little tight on information because that's all they gave us. So we didn't know what it was going to be, but we're glad that they were here. always bring a Corvette.
Next we have the Pond Guy. Hi, Pond Guy. He's been an arena sponsor at the Armada Fair for 3 years and has been in business for 25 years. So for all your pond needs, give him a call or visit them online. That's the Pond Guy.
Up next, we have an entry from Rohrbeck Farms of Richmond. Their float is filled with friends and family enjoying the parade and sharing stories of 50 years of tractor pulling at the Armada Fair. Rohrbeck Farms dedicated this entry in memory of Ronnie, Carl, and Bob, who could always be found pulling tractors or working the dyno at the tractor pulls. Gone but not forgotten.
Here we have another Rohrbeck Farms entry. This 1949 John Deere Model A was used on the farm for many years and is now owned by nephew Jason Frank and proudly displayed in local parades and events.
Nice shape. And now, another 4-H club. This one is the Washington 4-H Club, with family, friends, and 4-H members showing their support of the fair.
Entry number 74. Next we have an entry from Tom Grenico of American Hydro Seeding, a local businessman that recommends hydro seeding instead of sod. Better grass and it's cheaper, right? Grow your own.
And now another favorite. It's a float from Blake's Orchard and Haunted Attractions, and features zombie paintball, haunted hybrids, a 3-story haunted barn, and Spooky Land. You can visit Blake's Big Apple every Friday through Sunday in September and October. Oh, they even brought their zombies.
That looks like that could be fun. Here they've joined us today from the Freestar Financial Credit Union, where they take your dreams higher. Watch them at the Richmond branch visit them at the Richmond branch for your financial and mortgage needs. Howdy, Freestars!
Oh, I like this next one, Jim. It's a Rat Rod Classic. It's kind of a fun entry with a nod to Toy Story's Maynard, the tow truck. This is Jared Penzine's 1951 GMC pickup that says, "It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done."
I think that's painted on the side of my pickup, true.
I like creative ones like that. Yep.
Entry number 78. This next entry is from local Heidelberg Chevrolet. They committed to supporting our community and all our neighbors with the big city dealin', small town feeling. And that's a pretty truck too. Woo!
A little newer than the last one. And next is the Hunt Storage. The big dump truck is loaded with about 20 people promoting the local business's new facility on 33 Mile Road, catering to all your storage needs from RV storage, campers, boats, autos, trailers, etc. Both inside and outside storage for your needs.
That's a bunch of stuff they're offering, and they got a lot of people with them. Looks like you'll get waited on quick if you go there.
Yeah, if all of these guys are working there.
How you doing?
This is Chevelle Ss427. Don't know the number to this one, so we can't match it. Can't match it with anything. But I'm glad you're here.
You're with them, he says. He's with them.
Oh, okay.
And here they are, ladies and gentlemen. This next jam-packed float is full of Cub Scouts from Pack 85. They were our local pack out of St. Mary Rose in Armeta.
They've been around a long time. Been in a lot of the Christmas parades.
I think I was in 85.
Were you?
Yeah, that's ancient history.
The next entry is placed by Peter DeMiglio. This 1916 Model T Ford touring car has been in the same family since it was purchased brand new. Originally it was a family daily car, but as time passed by, it became the show car that it is today. That's a pretty fascinating story for a 106-year-old car.
And now we have an entry from Armada Community Heart and Soul. This is another you know what you got when it gets here. The app says it's a float or maybe a truck, and now for the moment of truth, it's a truck.
Truck.
With kids in the back.
Yep. Of Nelson Farms in Ray Township has entered a 1939 Farmall M driven by Larry Nelson and a 1974 International 966 driven by George Nelson.
George Nelson's another one of the Fair Board members in the parade here. This next entry is from Keith McLaughlin of Ray Township. An impressive coach is a commemorative 911 GM motorhome.
Must have a lot loaded in the back. It's squawking a little.
That's probably how much gas he needed to get through the parade.
And now, last but not least, we have more tractors. Okay. Okay, we got add-ons that aren't on the list. So, 86 is a Farmall tractor. 80, piece number.
Wyatt Performance. Right outside of town, she tells me, sandblasting and powder coating.
They sell tires, they do repairs.
Hey, here's my truck. It's in the parade. Look at that. Well, it's almost like my truck.
Okay, that's number 65. Way back. You out of order. But I'm glad you're here.
We broke down.
Oh no! He says they broke down. And pulling up at the end of our parade, as always, is our big fire truck. Sorry about that. We always have them pull up the end of the parade, and they will stop at the end of this block and hold traffic back. Wrong block. Kept going.
And now, on behalf of the Armada Agricultural Society on its 150th anniversary,
I'm Joe Adair.
and I'm Jim Handy. We would like to thank everyone for joining us for the parade and hope you'll get an opportunity to attend the Armada Fair this week for tons of fun with your family and friends. Thank you very much for coming out to our very first 150th anniversary parade.
And also, we want to give a big thank you to Nancy Bliss and all the parade committees for the parts that they took place in making the parade of this happen. And I guess our fire truck didn't stay to hold back traffic.
Did you get some good pictures?
Or if he does, he's in the wrong corner. Thank you, everybody. We're glad you came. It was a great parade. Hope to do it again.
Thank you, Joe.
We won't be here for the next 150th.
No, probably not. I think I have an appointment that day.
Oh, yeah. Drive safely home.
Bye now.